right. All right. We
Oh,
are.
my Lord, have mercy, people. We're back.
We are.
Yeah. Welcome to another edition of Live Feed Read. I'm Paul Reed, your host, with the Ed
Ed,
McMahon, Johnny Carson, Jason
yeah,
Crawford. All right,
that's
so
right.
before we even get started on this week's topic, so yesterday, my window sits out to a busy street in Brandon. There's really three real busy streets: 60, which is a mile from here, Lumsden and Bloomingdale. They run
Yeah.
east and west, and they're all busy. So, and we have a sign. I don't know if people have seen it. We showed it. We've got this old
I saw
sign
it on
50 years
your
ago.
social media. Yeah.
Okay, and it says this, that, and the other. So
Yeah.
I'm driving to work, and I see on the sign that says, "Hey, stop in for a free
For a
USA."
free USA tank.
Did you see
Yeah.
it?
I saw it on social media. Ryan posted it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, hold on a second. I don't know
Yeah.
if I can.
Oh, we'll see.
Well,
Oh,
I don't
no.
want to.
No, can't quite make it out. I see the sign, but it's like blown up in
No,
white.
not the sign, but
Oh.
anyway, let me
Okay.
see here. Well, I'll just describe it. If in your garage you have shelves, like the plastic shelves, they're
Yeah.
one floor, 1, 2, 3, about 4 high.
Yep.
And they got the black with yellow, and they're hooked together. They're plastic.
Yep.
Well, out in the middle of our yard is that plastic shelf with shirts on it.
No way.
Oh yeah, way.
I want
Shirts
one.
on it, tank tops, different sizes. They're pretty cool, to be
That's
honest.
awesome.
And on tap is the Reed and Reed green cowbell.
No, nice.
Yeah. So I'm like,
Nice.
are you kidding me? So I don't know if people have driven in or not, because I kind of faced this way.
Yeah.
But it does appear that we're missing T-shirts now.
Yes.
Whether Ryan left that out all night, I don't think so, because in case of rain.
Yeah.
But either way, I'm like, holy Lord, what's it come to?
Yeah, it's awesome. Snag one for me. I want a USA T-shirt.
Yeah, I'm
That's freaking cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's that. And
it's awesome.
And just so you'll know, that's on the north side of the house of our office, which is like a house.
Yeah.
On the south side, of course, are the chickens, the 4 chickens.
Oh yeah, I forgot about those. How are they doing?
If this is not a redneck law firm, what is?
Bro, that's awesome. That is
God
awesome.
Bless.
Yeah.
Hardest working firm in Brandon, Tampa.
That's right. That's right.
County. Okay, so here's the thing. Supreme Court is wrapping up its session for the 2026 year. They begin in October and go to about June.
Yeah.
Then they take time off for the summer. So all kinds of cases. This one kind of was just interesting. Not for kind of, and Jason and we don't do politics here. We're not making judgments.
Yep.
But I brought it up to just show how the courts work and how they're different.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. So, and this one, obviously, we know that our Florida Law Weeklies are appellate cases that take 3, 4, 5, 10 years to get to the book. U.S. Supreme Court's no different. This issue started in 2016.
Okay.
All right. And 2016 was Donald Trump president.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Then 2020 came Biden.
Yep. Right.
Then 2024 came Trump.
Again. Okay. Right. Yep.
So different presidents look at, as we know, immigration differently. End of story. Mm-hmm. That's just what they do. Under Trump, it shut the borders down or limit immigration. Mm-hmm. Under Biden, a little more liberal with the border policies, and then back to Trump, a little more conservative. Okay, that's just the way it is. Jason and I have nothing to do with it. Mm-hmm. So this case started way back in 2016, and it had to do with the Immigration and Nationality Act of 1952.
Okay.
So basically, Congress, like they do every year, well, maybe not as much now because they can't agree on anything, but back in the day, they would enact laws, and one of them was this Immigration and Nationality Act, and it had to deal with immigration and allowing people to seek asylum and come into the country and all those things that are still in play today. All right. So in this one, believe it or not, the issue was when does, and they're called aliens. Don't rag me. Don't rag Jason. We're not politically correct. This is the language that
Yeah, we didn't write it.
The
Yeah.
Supreme Court's using in its opinion based on the statute. So that's
Okay.
it. There you call them whatever you want. This is the term we're using only because it's the term used by the United States Supreme Court
Right.
and the Congress when they enacted the statute. Are we clear?
Yes. Yes.
Don't be mocking and complaining and whining to Jason.
That's right. We are not
Again, we're
opinioning.
not
Yeah. Yeah.
taking sides.
Yeah. Right.
So the issue was, and Jason, when does an alien arrive in the United States? The reason I look over here, I got the text up because it's 70 pages and so forth.
When do they arrive? Meaning, like,
When
what counts as arrival,
Jason,
or
let's just say Jason is from, I don't know, Argentina, Colombia,
yep,
wherever.
Yeah,
You came across from China,
yeah,
forget the nationality. You just came.
right.
You came. You're Mickey Mouse. Let's have that. We got no nationality. You're Mickey Mouse, and you want to seek
Yeah.
asylum in the United States, and you had to come up through Mexico to the border here at Texas. How about that?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So
Okay.
the question is, when does Mickey Mouse arrive in the United States of America?
After passing through the border patrol.
Okay, well that's one interpretation, meaning once you set foot into America.
Yeah, like once you've been processed and set foot across.
Okay, all right. And then you think there's another interpretation of what arrival means?
Yeah, possibly. You set foot on soil they've declared as theirs.
Who's theirs?
The US. Yeah.
No. I mean, you're basically that is it was the issue. The issue was, what does arrive mean? Actually being setting foot into America.
Oh.
Or
like waiting in
seeking
line.
asylum while you're outside of America. Can you do that? Can you seek asylum while you're still on the Mexican side of the border?
Right. Okay. So the question
that's
comes
what
down.
They ask.
Gotcha.
The government by which an alien who arrives in the United States, and the question is, when do you arrive?
That's it. Yeah. Okay.
Under the Biden interpretation, you did not have to basically set foot in America to seek asylum.
Okay.
The Biden administration, and again, we're not criticizing, I'm just saying they said
Sure.
arrive meant when you came in contact with an American immigration officer.
Okay.
So
okay.
All right, so you can be, at the border, and you have, the border patrol and other American officials there, and then you're still in Mexico, but you could seek asylum even though you haven't set foot in America. That was really the issue. What does arrive mean? Okay. The district court in where this was filed said, and it's the Ninth Circuit, so that's kind of in the California area, down that direction, I believe, said that arrived, and this was back in the Biden 2016, 17, 18, 19, 20, said, no, it's when an alien can be standing in Mexico, but when they encounter a United States official at the border.
Okay.
Then you can seek asylum.
Okay.
Meaning asylum, just for people out there, means you can come into America, file paperwork and petition to stay based on what's going on maybe in the country you came from.
And so
if there's
US
chaos, there's gangs, and it's not safe, or you feel somehow you're not safe there. So asylum is just you come in and you want to wait in America when you ask, can I stay in America? That's a simplistic version.
And the Supreme Court,
we're not there yet.
Oh, okay. You're laying the foundation for terms.
The district court remembers like the trial court.
Okay.
The district court says no, arrives in the United States. They ruled for Mickey Mouse. He ruled Mickey Mouse says no. When you get here and you're basically talking to a United States official at the border, you can fill out the paperwork, you can apply for asylum, and then come on in.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So the Ninth Circuit Court, which is also a liberal venue, agreed with the district court. Said no, you get to the Mexican border, and we have they have people there taking applications, information, whatever it is. That arrives as well.
Okay. So their argument is all so far just over the definition of the term arrives.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
in front of the United States Supreme Court.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, the United States Supreme Court, they do a textual reading of the statute, meaning let's read it.
Yeah. Plain
Let's read
language.
it and let's
Yeah.
let's see what it says.
Right. Yeah.
All right. So the Supreme Court says, well, okay, well, the phrase arrives in the United States carries an ordinary meaning.
Okay.
It says a person arrives in a geographic location only when he enters it. So example,
Okay.
let's give an example. I'm going to Jason's house.
Mm-hmm.
When do I arrive at Jason's house? Do I arrive at Jason's house when I get to Gainesville? Now, Jason's in Tallahassee.
No. Yeah.
No, do I arrive to Jason? Let's say I want to go to Florida State and watch, and my brother, who's the Major League Baseball player in the Hall of Fame of Florida State, has a brick outside the baseball stadium with his name on it.
Yeah.
I'm in Tallahassee now, but I'm at Florida State University. Have I arrived at Jason's house?
No.
Well, they say, well, let's do this. Let's look at the American Heritage Dictionary to see what it says.
Okay.
And it says, and the preposition in means within the limits, bounds, or area of a place. A person arrives in a destination when he enters within its area, not beforehand.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yep. So, bottom line, the Supreme Court held that arrive means once you set foot in this country.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Only when you cross the border have you arrived in the United States, allowing you to apply for asylum.
Okay.
I mean, when you watch the news, of course, it is an important distinction. Obviously, if you're an alien seeking to come into the United States, you'd rather be able to apply even though you're not here. Mm-hmm. I mean, I get that, but they said no, you have to be here.
Okay.
And now you people out there don't really realize, but in the 1980s, which people forget, the Cuban government released criminals as well as other people, non-criminals, fleeing the country to come to America. It was a Mariolita boat lift in 1980. And it's funny, squawking and this, that, and the other. If you Google that, Jason, they literally in Miami put fences up, like a yard fence, underneath the interstates down in Miami to house about $100,000 people in tents. Wow. Yeah, I mean, and boy, I was 16 in high school. I remember seeing the pictures. I don't know what's going on in the political, realm.
Right.
I can't imagine, but they were housed. It's probably in a worse situation than the people were down in Texas and et al. But that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, sure.
But what happens was they would turn away boats because if you didn't set foot in America, you had to go back to Cuba. I remember the Coast Guard and whoever the powers that be out there with just jam-packed boats saying, you got to turn around. I remember them jumping out and swimming to Florida or to arrive. It was a dangerous thing. Of course, I didn't think anything about it back then. And like, why are they just jumping out of the boat and swimming and you see all this chaos.
Yeah.
Because once you set foot in Florida, you had
You had
arrived
arrived. Right.
and you could seek
Seek
asylum
asylum.
from the communist regime.
Interesting. Right, right,
So
right.
it's like
Okay.
it took 80, I don't know, 80, I don't know, 40 years, 30 years, what am I, 50, 60, I don't know, for me to understand why they were doing that.
Yeah,
Now I
okay.
know,
Mm-hmm.
because you haven't arrived until you put a foot on United States soil.
Yeah.
But I don't know, again, that's how else to interpret that
Right.
term.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's what the whole fuss was about, and what the whole media, whether you were watching
Yep.
a CNN type ABC news channel, or social media losing their minds over that interpretation, or you were watching a Fox conservative type of social media that said, yeah, arrives mean arrives.
Right.
Maybe they read and you can read it. Just go to Supreme Court opinions. You can pull it up and read it, and they talk all about it, 70 pages worth, about just what does arrive mean.
That's
But
wild.
it's interesting that word, that one word, arrives in, went through 10 years of litigation
Yeah, wow.
to be interpreted.
Yeah, that's wild.
So you
It's
wonder why the wheels of justice grind slowly.
yeah. Yeah.
People, because when we thought, how long is this going to take? I tell them a day, a week, a year, or 10 years. You don't
Mm-hmm.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, a
I
friend of
know.
mine always says that
Yeah,
the wheels of government are oiled in epoxy, or the gears of government are oiled in epoxy. That's what she
yeah,
says all the time. Um,
yeah.
yeah, it's wild. So 10 years for a definition. It does matter. The words do matter, and I think a lot of people don't realize the difference. I was having to explain this to someone the other day because you had taught me before, but that like the law isn't always as concerned with what's right and wrong as with what's provable and defendable or defensible. And that is I mean oftentimes they're aligned, and that's the intent, right? Is to align them, but they aren't always perfectly aligned, and there's a very real need to understand the words and to have that very clearly spelled out, because it can bite you hard, or if you find a small little loophole of a valid applicable loophole, it's like it can open up Pandora's box in ways that you may not have foreseen. And it,
Well, and we see that happening now,
mm-hmm,
every day.
all the time.
And I'm sure it's happened since time began. In fact, I know it
Yep.
has.
Yeah.
There
Yeah.
were, but the question is, different people, including judges, can read the same statute
Mm-hmm.
and interpret it two different ways.
Yeah.
Because obviously the district court, which is more of a liberal one in this instant, interpreted arrives in differently than the United States Supreme Court.
Mm-hmm.
The district court, uh, same thing,
Mm-hmm.
which was the appellate court, same thing, and the United States Supreme Court says no, arrives.
Yeah.
It says what it says.
Yeah.
Interestingly enough, out there, if you go down, and again, didn't read the whole thing, but there were some dissents, a couple of dissenters, always is, meaning you got it wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm reading, I said, well, let me go read and what you're saying they got wrong. Interestingly enough, the dissent didn't argue that they got it wrong, meaning arrives means set foot in.
Mm-hmm.
They argued that, and we've talked about this, that the matter is moot because things have changed, and therefore the Supreme Court, we shouldn't even be hearing this.
Interesting.
Yeah, so they argued jurisdiction. We don't have jurisdiction because the issue's not before the court anymore. Somehow it had gotten resolved.
Oh, okay.
Follow me? And
Well, yeah,
so
that's
they said,
kind of what
and
I was. Go ahead.
no, and so the Supreme Court says no. It's still an issue that can come back up, and
Can
still
come.
it's here now. It's 10 years later. We're going to resolve it. We're going to
Uh,
say what arrives means.
that's
And I
why I
will
was.
tell you an
Sorry.
example of that, which is just Roe versus Wade. By the
Mm,
time the Supreme Court ruled on that, the kid was 10 years old.
yeah. Yeah.
You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah.
So it didn't affect Roe at all, but
Mhm.
they could have thrown out, well, it's moot now. We don't have jurisdiction. Baby's been born, so whatever. But that's not
Right.
how it works. That's not
Right.
how it works. But so interestingly enough, the dissent wasn't really disagreeing per se with the majority.
Yeah.
They were saying, well, we didn't have jurisdiction. You guys shouldn't have decided this, which is
Yeah.
interesting. Oftentimes, the dissent, one way or the other, blisters the other side, the majority, whether it be one of the conservative judges blistering the liberal judges when it goes that way or
Yeah.
whatever. And they don't blister them with jurisdiction; they blister them why you're full of.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. It's a little different
And
sometimes.
I'll
Yeah.
tell you why you got it all wrong.
Wrong. Yeah.
They didn't do that in this case, which I thought was interesting because I was
Yeah.
going to talk about. I'm like, well, here's the other side, but the other side was just we shouldn't have heard it.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I was trying to ask you earlier was like, well, what's the point? Like what's the issue? Is it just that hey, let's get an opinion and get the definition, or was there a case? Because by the time that case is solved, like,
Yeah.
it gets up there and
Well,
you get the answer, that thing's long gone.
and here's the deal. Obviously, whether you believe me or not, there's going to be a Democrat president again.
Right.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
just is. There's going to
Yep.
be a Democrat Congress again, whether it's sooner or later, there is.
Mm-hmm.
And so this issue of immigration is going to be ongoing forever.
Right.
So you can decide now with this case that's in front of us what arrives in means
Mm-hmm.
for enforcement, or wait till the next president's a Democrat and the borders are maybe less secure than what a Republican president would like, and then wait another 10 years. And it's an
Mm-hmm.
endless cycle of interpreting the statute. And so they said, no, we're going to interpret this statute uh, now. That's
Yeah.
all. And then if the Congress wants to change it, they can. Yeah, they can change it. They say, well, we're changing arrives in to mean, well, when you get within 100 miles of the U.S. border, you've arrived. They can say
Mm.
that if they want. They can say, well, if you get to Mexico and you get to a processing center, you've arrived. They can say that if they want.
Right.
They just haven't said it since 19. What did I say? 19.
52.
Yeah, 50 something. So
Yeah. Yeah.
either way, I thought that was interesting
That
because
is. It is.
I don't really watch much of the news, but once in a while, if the Rays are on a timeout, I'll flip over and I'll flip, and
Yeah.
they just some people are losing their minds over the ruling, and I'm thinking,
Mm.
well, it's kind of cut and dry, and if the government
Mm-hmm.
wants to change it, change it.
Yeah, it's interesting because it plays out in a stricter sense, or it's easier to enforce in some ways, like depending on what your border area looks like. If you're coming
Right.
across the water and you put foot on sand, that's very different than standing
Well,
there looking at a
that's
wall.
different.
You know?
But getting here is one thing. But
Yeah, yeah,
this is not really what
yeah.
that case was about. This was once you're here,
Right,
you apply for asylum and stay.
right, right,
Yeah. So enforcement of the borders, this really didn't have anything to do with it. It's just can an individual who's not in America apply for asylum?
right.
And if you think about it, then arrives then could mean you can apply for asylum anywhere on the face of the earth.
Yeah, I was gonna say if it's just making
I
contact, you could
mean,
make
because
contact
this
from
says,
anywhere.
yeah, I mean,
Like,
they interpreted it as a border official. What did they say? They said a United States official.
mhm.
Well, that could be at a
Anywhere,
the ambassador.
literally
What are those,
anywhere,
what is it
virtually.
called? The ambassadors where they hang out, the
Embassies, yeah,
embassy. That could be in an
yeah.
embassy. Go to apply for asylum there. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, then you got it, and then you got to interpret what does encounters a United States official at the border mean? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's
Mm-hmm.
just because think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Theoretically, embassies are American soil in
I
other
think so.
countries. So are you at the border there?
Right. Yeah, I think so.
I don't know.
I would have to. I'd have to look, but I think that might be a little loophole there, because.
Well, you're a loophole kind of guy. But either way, I just thought it interesting, and
It
so I just
is.
want to talk about it. And then with that, because we got the 4th of July coming up. That's not necessarily 4th of July, but it's just I
It's
saw
a hot
that,
topic too.
and finally we're gonna get out of here.
Okay.
But people, don't just see a news bite. Everybody out there's got the freaking internet and has access to Google or DuckDuck or I don't know
That's right. Yeah.
whatever search
Use it.
engines there are.
Yeah.
Instead of sitting around watching your stupid TikTok, no offense, go to the United States Supreme Court opinions and read the darn thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't just watch Fox. Don't just watch CNN. Don't just watch David Muir, World News Tonight.
Mm-mm.
Read the opinion yourself.
Mm-hmm.
God forbid.
That takes work. That's effort.
Oh,
What are you
well, that would mean I might learn something. I gotta stop. I gotta stop. I gotta hold on. I gotta stop. Stop.
Oh, yeah, I got you.
All right. So anyway, here's the deal. One thing is certain: church will be open on Sunday.
There you go.
Go in, tell Jesus thank you for everything. Oh, and then one more thing. So we have billboards, throughout the area. You'll be happy to know, Jason and I were having this conversation about on another topic. The Pledge of Allegiance is up and running on my billboard.
Hey, all right. That's great.
I'm shaming Jason with the Pledge of Allegiance. As kids, when we grew up, we said the Pledge of Allegiance every morning.
I did.
The whole
That's
school,
correct.
over
Yes,
the
sir.
intercom. They
I
rise
did.
for the Pledge of Allegiance. The
That's
principal
right.
said it. The teacher said it. You put your hand on your heart.
That's
You
right.
said it.
That's right.
No one says it anymore. But
Nope.
guess what? I'm going to leave my Pledge of Allegiance billboard up. And
That's great.
Maybe someone will. And if you want to write in, tell Jason, have his kids say the Pledge of Allegiance every morning.
There you go. Yeah, I need to get on that.
Dude. All right.
Yeah.
Well, that's it. That's all we have. Go to church. Thank Jesus. Say the Pledge of Allegiance. Pray for the United States of America. And hopefully we'll see you back. Oh, wait. We won't be here next Friday.
Right.
Because
We'll
that's
run
Friday the 3rd. And that's when the official, I guess that's when people get off work. The banks, the this, the that. I haven't decided what we're going to do yet, but either way, we'll probably just take off anyway. We got a hardworking staff; they do a great job. So since everybody's going to be off July 3rd, we'll go ahead and put the Pledge of Allegiance up, for you to log on and read.
There you go. Yeah, we'll do that.
All right.
That'll work.
All right, old man, take us out.
You got it.
Reed and Reed, it's like having a lawyer in the family.